What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're on this piece of property here that I hunt on, and we're getting ready to remove some stands, check the trail cameras, stealth cams that we had out. I haven't actually been here in about 2 months, but I want to talk to you guys today about liming food plots, because liming food plots is the missing key to a successful food plot. And let's be honest, most people that do food plots are not going to put a lot of effort into it. It's just the way it goes. People, it could be that you don't have a lot of money. I'm not judging anybody. I'm just saying a lot of people don't have money. You don't have a lot of time. You don't have whatever it is. You can't do it, right? You can't put a lot of effort into it. So I get a lot of questions or emails that people plan a food plot and they don't have success with it. And the majority of the reason behind that is they're either planting the wrong species or you're not getting a soil sample. A soil sample is so important to a food plot. It's so important to the soil. It's so important to the health of the plant, and it actually is important to the health of the deer, because if the pH is very low, the soil can't give it to the plant, which then the plant can't give it to the deer. So on liming food plots, we spend a lot of time getting soil samples and going around different properties and checking the soil samples, getting them tested, reading the labels, and improving on it each year, and watching the numbers move, see what works, see what doesn't work, and so forth. But if you are not doing a soil sample, you are setting yourself up for failure, because you don't know what the soil is, right? And a lot of plants that you plant need a pH of at least 6. Optimal would be 6.5 to a 6.8, even 7, depending on what you're planting. But if you're anything less than, I'll say, a 6.2, 6.3, you're setting yourself up for failure. You can have good success with it, and you could have a low pH and get the plants to grow, but the whole question is it going to be palatable? If it's not palatable, why are the deer going to eat it, right? So you have to spend time to lime those food plots, and you guys can lime pretty much anytime you want. Whenever you get time, get out there, get a soil sample. But it's important to get your soil sample at the same time every year. If you're working on the same property, we get ours in February, because that soil can actually change throughout the year with what you have growing, what you don't have growing, rotation of crops, decomposing organic matter in the soil. It can change. So we just get ours in February. We get the soil sample, we read it, we go over it, and then we start correcting the properties with lime, toward the end of February, beginning of March. That way it kind of gets a jump start into the spring and summer growing season. So don't do yourself a disservice by not spending an extra $14 of getting a soil sample to check that pH. If you can afford it, ask for a micronutrient test as well. Typically they're an extra $5 to $10, but that'll help you tell the micronutrient levels in the soil. Also very important for not only the health of the plant, but the health of the deer. Remember, guys, a healthy deer herd all starts in the soil. If the soil is poor, the plants are going to be poor, lacking nutrients, then the deer are going to be poor and lacking nutrients. If you see a deer herd that has that's very skinny, has the rib showing, they're lacking nutrients, they're lacking quality food in the area. And if you guys have a large enough area where you're building these food plots to provide a year-round food source to the animal, whatever the reason may be, if you just want to try to grow bigger deer, if you just want to be attractive to deer, whatever it is, each person's goals are different, but it all starts in the soil. If the soil is poor, you're going to have a poor deer herd. So I highly recommend getting a soil sample, guys. If you get a soil sample and you don't know how to read it, send me an email, post a comment down below, and I will help each and every one of you. I actually woke up this morning, I had dozens of emails from people just gearing up for food plot season, and it's only January, and that kind of excited me, because people are jumping on food plots earlier and earlier each year, because they're learning as time goes on that it starts now with soil, getting those soil samples. And we're going to be out here in the next month grabbing our soil samples. I'm going to share the results with you guys, show the difference between last year and this year, between the pH, micronutrients, fertility levels, organic matter, cation exchange in the soil, and I cannot wait to share them with you guys. If you have any questions about this video, post them down below, and I'm excited to bring you more content in 2020. See you guys.